Cool. Okay, so this is my new meeting platform called Be Virtual.
Mhm.
And it's part of a group called BeeKonnected, which is actually where I'm going to be moving the discussion group. I've already actually moved the discussion group from Facebook over into this group. And this is also where, as soon as I'm done putting them together, I'm going to be adding in the recordings. Just unfortunately, right now, I've got to move them off of my current platform and put them over onto YouTube. So that I can add them in, but now it'll all be like in one spot. And when you're in the discussion group, let me just share my screen here real quick. This is the 5G Go Zone group, and we have this chat in here. And what's nice is that we talk everything mobile apps. So there we go. Excellent. Kai joined us today. And so everything mobile app. So any questions and stuff that you have can all be entered and asked right in here in this group. So BeeKonnected offers a free account. I know Kai is already part of this and Mike is already part of this. Let me give you the link.
Okay, so I would have to make a login for that and everything. BeeKonnected.
Yeah. And let me just, if you click that join the group right there.
Yeah.
That and capture that link, that's what you'll be following.
Okay.
And it's a free account, so don't worry about that. Let me stop sharing here. Sorry. It's a free account, so you'll be able to sign up for free. And you actually get, as part of the free account, this particular meeting platform that we're on right now as well. You don't get it with all the bells and whistles and buttons that I have, but it is a really nice replacement for Zoom. Instead of it being, I think a free account with Zoom is you only get 40 minutes. With this, and only one person. With this, you can get up to 100 people, and you can get 100 people at 90 minutes. So holidays are coming. If you have to have a family, you can have a nice little family event on here as well. So if you're not part of the BeeKonnected family yet, you're about to be. And it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. So yeah, just grab your account and jump on in. And then you'll be able to participate in there. And I know Mike will be popping back in here soon. And I know Janae, who's trying to launch her app, will be coming in probably in about 30 minutes or so. So with that, I'm going to start with our 5Gs of what I am always grateful for. And I am very grateful for this new meeting platform that we have. This Be Virtual is it's amazing. Just little things that I can do with this, like have these buttons right here. We don't have to worry about it being in chat. If I wanted to, I could stream out to 5 different platforms right now, but I'm not wanting to do that at the moment. I can have these nice buttons over on the side that allow us to be able to showcase the different things that we're doing. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And today, what have I got is this new exciting platform to share with you guys. And it's so fantastic. Plus I've got my knowledge, and that's what I've got to give is my knowledge. And what I hope to get from you is not only your feedback, but also your positive energy in growing your apps. And then that's my growth. I want to see everybody grow this exponentially. So with that, Luke, tell me, how is the app going? I've been noticing that Tammy's been doing a lot of stuff. Kai, just so you know, Luke works for an accounting firm. And they have had their app now for about 2 years, I think. Is
Quite a little bit now.
Yeah. So how's the growth going? How's everything going with you?
I think everything's been running smoothly with ours. Every time I have to update it, it's pretty user friendly.
Good.
Um, I've been doing push notifications recently,
Excellent.
and that's the last update I did. What's that? So
Excellent. And I know you're about to come up with a calendar update.
yeah, that's what Tammy was saying yesterday. So maybe add some new dates on there. I think we had the
Mhm.
beginning of the year of all the tax dates and important dates, but now we'll do the rest of the year. So
Good. Good, good, good. And I noticed that you've done a lot of marketing on LinkedIn.
yeah, yep. Tammy
Different,
does a lot of that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, she does a lot of that. How are you doing with the, now that the season is gearing up, having your accountants share this with their people? And how are you doing with the getting people to add it on to like their signature and to be able to get their emails, to get their clients to jump on board?
I think they're still working on that. The accountants do need to advertise more, I think. So we'll
Yeah,
have to get on top of that.
yeah, yeah, without a doubt.
Some
With
people
with
don't know understand the importance of it, I don't think. So
Yeah, and I
they
think
need
that
to.
they need to, and especially since you can upload secure documents.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important features for you is that the secure documents can be uploaded. And I think a lot of clients will find that right from the beginning. Yeah. So my marketing tip is the same as it was last year, in that I want you to be able to get your accountants to start sharing it with their people.
Yeah.
So, Mike, did you have a question? Mike, you with us? I see you raised your hand. Did Mike freeze on us? Let's see here.
Yes.
There you go.
Here, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Um,
Yeah.
I did the join the group. I clicked the group button, and then my computer went.
Oh,
When you said secure documents, so within the app itself, there's a way for to upload secure documents.
yes. Which might be something important for what we were just talking about. Mike and I are working on the real estate app. And I can see, especially when people are sending in their documents and things, but there is a way. Now, the way we have it set up for Julie and her group at Gordon J. Meyer is they have it linked into their big database. And the reason why we did that instead of having it be completely throughout the app all by itself is so that they didn't have documents coming in from multiple sources. So this way, if the client has,
Okay.
because their client might also upload it using the desktop. So they can either use it via the app or the desktop. And for their processes, it lands in the same spot, so that they're not having to go to 2 or 3 different places to try to look for something, because that's when chaos can start. So depending upon where your documents are going, Mike, we would be able to upload depending upon that relationship. So for example, if it's
Cool.
with a lender and the lender wants all client, you're referring a lender, and that lender wants to have all documents go to a specific spot on their server, all we need is the link, is to be able to send it
Oh,
over.
cool.
And then the security actually
Nice.
falls on them and not us, which is when we're talking financial documents, it's kind of important that the security is set up one way. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So
Cool.
from that aspect, Luke, what else would you like to know? It's been a little bit since you've been back with us. What else would you like to know as far as the app and how to market it and get it out there, and
It has.
anything else that you're doing?
I'm not really sure. I guess I wouldn't know. I mean, what's everything we can do? I'm sure it's endless if we think of something that we would want to do, but I'm not. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we have everything we would use right now, unless I meet with them and we figure out something we need.
I have
Other than that,
a,
I'm sure I'm not really sure what else we would do.
I have another suggestion for you.
Hmm.
In the app, we have a share the app option,
Yeah,
but it
I
is
got
not,
the app open now, so
okay.
yeah, share the app now.
So, and that's nothing more than just a way to potentially text or email the link to people. You're using you're using the same CRM that I'm using. And one of the capabilities on that is text messaging. So you could very easily send a text message to anybody and could do it as a blast message that, hey, get ready for tax season, download our app, and here's the link.
Hmm.
And when people receive that text message right on their phone, we're using a one link. So no matter what their device is,
Hmm.
it will open up directly into that particular app store specifically for those people. So
Right.
if it's Android, it'll open up in the Android store, it'll go right to yours. If it's a Apple, it'll go right to an Apple device. And then the other thing that's nice is if people create an app account, which is free, but let's say it's husband and wife and they create an account on his phone with his email. If she logs in on her phone with the exact same one, email address and whatnot, any information that they might have had will be shared. In fact, I'm thinking that what we should do is add an option onto your app that allows people to take notes, tax notes, or
Okay.
whatever. And it's an individual notepad. So let me know if you guys want me to add that on. Okay,
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially during tax season if people have questions for us
right,
or if they want reminders for themselves. I think that
right,
would be a good thing.
right. That they might be able to say, oh, send my W-2, send in my uh, tax, etc. Right.
Hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I will add on the notes section.
Yeah.
Now the notes are private, meaning that they're just for the app user.
Yeah.
And I believe you guys can see them on the back end. But
Yeah, I would say go ahead and add that. That's a good idea.
okay, yeah, I will add that on for your app then. And that way it's all good. So perfect. Yeah, that's the one suggestion. And when you send out the text message, you can tell people about this.
Yeah.
That this is on there. But if a husband and wife share the same login, or I should just say spouses, right? My bad. Then they will be able to share the notes collectively and they don't have to worry about where it is. Plus, if they say they put something on their tablet and then they want to open it up on their phone, as long as they're logged in with the exact same information, it'll pull over. So that'll work out quite well.
Yeah, that'll be a great feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. I will definitely do that for you. Kai, hi. How are things over in Germany?
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how are things going with your app? We kind of touched on it a little bit the last time you and I chat, but how are things going with that?
Some problems with the platform and, going back and forth with the developers because it's quite a new platform.
Mm-hmm.
But so far I'm satisfied. I think it will fulfill the basic things that I need at this point to just get off the ground.
Good.
And yeah, in some ways, I'm building an app, but at the same time I'm building a business.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a
Right.
solopreneur, so in some ways the app was premature because some parts of the business are not yet developed. So it's about figuring out how those systems are going to work and whether they will plug into the app in the right way. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so various things like that. And at the moment, because the course delivery is still a central part of
Mm-hmm.
the strategy, I'm still looking for an LMS that I can easily pull in via iframe. or something like that into the app. That'll integrate seamlessly, that'll white label, that's not going to. And there's only one thing I found so far that I think I can work with. The other things are all WordPress hosted, and I'm really trying to stay away from WordPress because it's just endless plugins and updates, and doing my best to stay off that.
Well, the platform, ironically, that Luke and I both happen to use is called Cultivating Sales. And it's not only a CRM, it is also got a educational section, a course area where you can be putting your courses. It has a website capability. You can host on WordPress if you want, but you don't have to, where you can have different landing pages, different funnel building, full-blown website. It does the text messaging. It does the email reminders. It did the form that I had you fill out to sign up to be part of the 5G, as well as the email reminders that go out. That's all part of it. It's called Cultivating Sales.
I think you
And
sent me that link. Yeah,
I think I have.
it's the
Yeah.
link with the green at the top, the
Yes.
leaves.
Yes.
I just remember the image.
Yes.
And it did look extremely comprehensive, possibly a bit intimidating, and maybe a lot more than I need. But the one that I actually went and bought Super Pass of AppSumo.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I wanted to look under the hood. They don't let you look under the hood before you buy.
Right.
And I'm busy exploring that at the moment. What I've been working with is Beezer,
Okay.
which is very basic. It's like a basic. I shouldn't compare it to other stuff because I don't know it well enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just a very basic app builder. And yeah, SuperPass has some of those other capabilities, that we're talking about. For the LMS, what I'm also looking at is ThriveCart.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Because that's a lifetime deal. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. And I've spoken to people, who work on WordPress with LMS, learning management systems, and have ditched that actually for something, for ThriveCart, just because it's, you can do courses, you can do whatever you want now. It's a lot of people know about SamCart because they're very aggressive with their marketing. Yes. But ThriveCart is like it's an alternative to SamCart, let's put it that way.
I have one of our other clients, Brilliant Breakthroughs. They're using ThriveCart and just love it. Love it. The thing I do like about Cultivating Sales is their support. So like you say, it can be a little bit intimidating. It is not a lifetime deal though. That is one thing that I know. And it's, but their support is good in that they host meetings twice a week. You can ask questions. If you have questions, you can send in a tech support ticket and they'll usually do like a little video or something to show you and go from there. So there's a lot of positives. Now, another one that I used for a while was GuruCan. Remember that was a AppSumo deal as well.
Yeah.
And I've heard mixed reviews on that. I've heard some people say that they're having all kinds of trouble. Personally, I have not experienced any trouble with GuruCan, and it does come with its own mobile app. You can choose to white label the app if you want, but I don't pay the extra cost for that. Gotcha. I, at one time, was using the Unleash mobile apps on that, but the problem with the Academy on that is that I had some people on the CRM and I had some people on GuruCan and some people of it. So that's why I've decided to consolidate everything down to this BeeKonnected, as well as the fact then you as a participant to BeeKonnected can use it for your own marketing as well. You can use all the different tools that they have to be able to give, free, all the free tools. You can pay to upgrade anytime, but personal opinion is that they give a lot of good things free, such as, this Be Virtual platform that we're looking at right now, as well as the group discussions. You can post, you can connect with people who are in your realm of what you're looking for. So there's a lot of reasons why moving everything over to BeeKonnected versus having my own individual, because I also want to give people the networking capability as well. Because that's what this whole thing is all about. It's about growing our audience.
Yeah, that's another part which most learning management systems don't integrate is the community platform.
Right.
So that's another thing. Now, Visa does have the possibility to have forums and groups and live chat, which I've been testing out. You know, I've been playing with that. It's a bit hard to test if you don't have other people on. So I've signed myself in on another browser via another email account, and you know, I'm sending messages to myself,
Right.
seeing what it looks like, seeing how it will work. But of course, yeah, in terms of scaling that, like say every time you have a new course and you have a new community that you need to build or a new group, you know, I'm really not sure how it works yet.
Well, and GuruCan also has a community wall that you can have. Now, I don't think GuruCan is offered on AppSumo any longer.
What I saw with GuruCan and what my problem is with a lot of these learning management systems, it's really just a video dump. So like people have their webinar and then they dump their video there. That is not an online course. That's, you know, most people don't want to watch these endless long videos. An online
Right.
course like is an educational experience, which is broken up into segments where, you know, you get to test yourself on your knowledge, assess your own progress. And there's different kinds of content as well, different kinds of media. So that the experience you're having is, you know, is multidimensional because people think in
Right.
different ways. So I want something with the possibility to have different kinds of media and the multiple choice tests, all of those sort of things.
Have you looked at New Zenler?
No, I haven't come across that one. There's something called Learnum, which is very comprehensive. And there are some other quite big, I've forgotten what, I think it's called EdApp or Edu app. I've forgotten its name now, but it's a really good platform. But they cap you on the amount of people that you can have again, you know. So it's completely free, it's great, it's awesome, but then you can only have a certain amount of people.
Yeah.
And then it becomes very expensive because it's a corporate solution. It becomes very expensive after a certain amount. So there are all these complications. What I wanted to actually ask you,
Yes, please.
in an app, say you're pulling in different services, right? Like I'm talking about now. And I'm doing it in this case via iframe. But you really want you want your user to be able to log in once with one password. Is there a way to do that via tables or whatever so that the user can be logged into multiple systems automatically just through logging into your app once? So say people visit my app, okay, they log in to into my app platform, but then I've got all these other services that I'm pulling in via iframe on different pages on the app, yeah? Is there a way for them to log in once and then automatically be logged in, or even to create an account with these other services so that I don't have, so that the app, there is not a lot of different pages in which they have to log into something different on every single page? You understand what I'm saying?
A little confused, so let me restate. And are you looking to have somebody log into your app but then access information that's on a different platform?
Sure. So say your community is hosted on, say, Circle, yeah?
Okay,
Just
right,
as an example. And you're
right.
pulling in Circle as a tab on your app, yeah? And then you have a learning management system somewhere else, which maybe there's a reason they have to have an account in. And that is on another page on your app. Yeah.
Okay.
But then they'd have to log into every single thing every time with a new, create an account, make make a new account, and then possibly even log in every time they want to access that page on your app.
Okay.
But the whole point of the app is to bring everything together in one place, so that people aren't all over the internet getting distracted by other people's services, but are are connecting with your service and using your service just through the platforms that you are providing.
I believe there is a way to create this. And the key would be that they would need to use the same login information across all of the platform.
Sure.
So let's say you're using email address. So I would use Nancy at Unleashed Mobile Apps, and then my password would be 123, right? And I believe there is a way for your developers to create almost like a webhook, a Zapier.
Exactly, like Zapier integration.
Yes.
With a table where the information then goes to a table or whatever, and then that information can then be used to log into all the other services automatically, or even create an account.
Right. So basically, even if it's as simple as when it pulls up, so let's say I'm in your app and now I want to access the circle, right? So that I hit the circle tab and it says log in, but all that information is already populated. And then I just verify and click log in. But then once I'm logged in,
okay,
it should stay logged in.
That's the thing, it should stay, yeah.
Yes.
If it's for the first time, one can still sort of excuse that, but after that, it just becomes annoying.
Right. And then the key is that, and people just have to understand this, if they change their password, for example, Facebook right now, I had decided to add the 2-step verification. Took me a while, took somebody hacking my PayPal account to finally say, yes, I need to put 2-step on everything. And so I added it onto Facebook, and Facebook automatically logged me out of everywhere, so that now I had to log back in. But now that I've logged back in, I stay logged in. It's not a problem. So it's a matter of it saying, do you trust this device, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's those sort of things.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you have to make sure that the service that you're using, such as Circle, doesn't have an automatic logout after, say, 2 weeks. So, for example, I can log into my Apple developer account on my trusted system, but only for 2 weeks before it logs me out and says I have to re-verify and retrust it.
Yeah.
Apple does that. Apple is its own world. We're aware. They are definitely they're special. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But from a marketing view, having that as a benefit when you're pulling this all together. And I'm actually going to send you via the Sauce private message that we've got going on. I'm going to send you the link for New Zenler. Take a look at that as well. That was a platform that I had used for a while, and I think that that's got a learning aspect that you might like as well. But I do think that you would be able to put that all together. It's no different than what I was telling Luke, is that once somebody logs in, they can log in using the same information on multiple devices, and the information crosses over, which I think is very important. There's a platform for apps at one time that did not allow that. And it was very frustrating because people use their tablet and then they use their phones, right? And even the one that Luke has, the app that he has, we have a desktop version now as well. By the way, Luke, that's all just part of it. That if somebody wanted to access the desktop app, they can as well.
Yeah, I didn't even know they could do that on the desktop.
Yeah. In fact, it's kind of fun because now if you open up on Chrome and you open up a app, it's a PWA, it's a progressive web app. And if you open it up on your desktop, Google actually gives you an option now that says, do you want to download this to your desktop?
Oh,
that
okay.
the shortcut is right there. So it's kind of nice. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and that's all part of the app that you have, just so you know. In fact,
Take note of that too, because people might want that to upload documents easier than
exactly.
documents on their phone.
Right. Right. So I'll make sure you get the link for that as well.
Okay.
But the point is, if somebody logs in on the desktop, logs in on a phone, logs in on their tablet, you want everything to cross over, because that is actually a great marketing. Why us? And I think that's the thing you have to realize. Like in Luke's case, they are all about accounting and counting in accounting in the United States. They can go anywhere in the United States and they can take care of the accounting practice, right? The needs. But it's such a secure thing that people want to make sure that if they're going to upload documents and use it as a resource, that they're able to access it in multiple places. And that you can use as a marketing of why we're different. Because how many accountants are in the United States? More than we care to even count, right? Why are we different? We're different because we are educating. And Luke's group, they educate a lot. They've got a lot of resources and things that they use for educating. So Kai, yours is the same way, is that yours is an education piece. But how many, and I know the theme of your app, but how many are out there? A boatload, right?
Lots,
right.
yeah.
But how are you different? What makes you stand out from the crowd? And in part was what you showed me.
It's one thing that I've thought about. I have a specific tool that I've designed that is useful to my community. And I'm trying to figure out if this is the tool, if I should use this as the lead magnet, if this is like the reason to come and visit the app and use this tool to make it completely free, or if that should be something that people should pay for, so that they can use it. And that will definitely, that will be one of the things that makes it different.
Right.
I think in future, I might design some extra tools that that the community needs. But right now, that is what makes it an actual app, because a lot of the other things are just services that I'm pulling in. But this is just a one page, a very simple thing, which I paid a developer, to create some elements of. And I would use it.
Yeah. Well, yes. And I do think you have some uniqueness to your app. And I know you're not ready to share what your app does yet, because
No, I could.
go right ahead then.
I just didn't. I didn't manage to get, because you changed platforms. I didn't see the last email to.
To be on the
hot
hotspot?
seat.
Go
Otherwise,
ahead.
I probably would have filled it in. And yeah.
Yep.
So we can't talk about it, because it looks like it's just the three of us anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, Janae, she was taking a class today, so she was going to jump in as soon as she could. She's getting really excited because her app is getting ready to launch as well. So, and that's the other thing. The app that she has will work very well with other people's apps. And so you almost want to find some synergy there. And Luke, yours is actually one of them, because her app is it's called What's Next. And it's how people can figure out what to do next in life. So you've graduated high school, now what? And do you want to, and accounting is one of the paths of being.
I think I remember maybe her from one of the other meetings. Yeah, okay.
Yep. So that's where I always say, collaborate together. So Kai, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about your app.
Okay. Well, it's an app for a school, which is called In Focus Institute. So it's about focusing inside of yourself. through creating a book or a diary and keeping a journal. And it sounds quite simple, but you could do anything in a journal, right? In terms of writing skills or therapeutic art skills. So there will be various skills that will be add-ons that people can buy, workshops in, say, hand lettering or visualization, scrapbooking, vision boarding, whatever, but with a purpose. And that is also what makes it different to a lot of the other stuff that's out there. It will be based around self-inquiry and the idea that you really do know what's best for you if you start listening to your life, and you actually reflect and you ask the right questions. So it's based around the idea of powerful questions that people in history have asked, philosophers, artists, writers, to engage with what's beneath the surface, because what's beneath the surface should tell you what's next.
Right.
So yeah, in that way, it's the community is the important thing, and the accountability through writing together. So I'll be hosting online writing groups in which people can use all the techniques that they can learn in the recorded workshops. But we get together and we're there at the same time, and everyone will be doing their own thing. What you write is your own business. It's not a therapy group. It's not a group therapy group in the sense that you share what you've written or anything like that. I think it's really important for people to actually have something private. I always say, don't you might want to tell your partner about this, but resist the urge, because a lot of the time people just need a private space. And the thing is, when people want to share something, it's usually because they want validation. So they want the other person to say, that's great, what a profound thought, or that's a great idea, I think you should do it. But unfortunately, when we share things with people, they are often not ready, and then they say dumb things. And you can end up being disappointed. So the journal is actually, it's a private space where you can confide or explore new ideas, and especially keep track of your life. So at the moment, it's the idea is that it's a book. It's on paper. That really, it's all based around actually writing on paper. And don't have Evernote, don't have Notion, all of that stuff. You can keep information in there, but it's actually about the old-fashioned, you can page through it and it doesn't disappear somewhere in a digital archive where you never see it and you forget that it exists and you never read it. So yeah, and the tool that I designed is a timer. So in writing practice, there's the idea of the timed exercise. We all don't have a lot of time necessarily. People say, I can't write for 5 minutes in the morning. The idea is that with this tool, you can. It plays music for 5 minutes or for however long you set the timer. Plays relaxing piano music, and it gives you writing prompts, various things, if you don't know what to write. And then, of course, there are different add-ons as well. You can buy like the beginner's course, how to actually get started, and how to get over the inner critic, this voice that tells you can't write, you're stupid, you could never be creative, all that stuff. So it's a set of a lot of different tools, and those are the educational things that I'm wanting to bring together. And if that makes any sense, because the most important thing is actually the community, so that people can meet other people who do this kind of thing or want to do this kind of thing, and talk to each other about it. And that I think is going to be the biggest puzzle to solve, and to find a system that actually. And at the moment, I'm still thinking I'm going to use a Facebook group and just pull it into the app via an iframe. So it's one of these login things where some people will be like, I don't have a Facebook account. I don't want to be on Facebook, you know.
You could actually do that in BeeKonnected also. You can start a group in there and pull that in with a single link
I
as
haven't
well.
had a proper look at it.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying. So tell me, with BeeKonnected, does it record, for instance, this, like the session we're doing now, you're recording it, right?
Correct.
And
Correct.
then what happens to it afterwards?
I can either download the recording and I can upload it into BeeKonnected. Eventually, this particular platform will be able to go live directly into BeeKonnected with one step. So I don't have to download it and re-upload it. Right now, they're working on that connection. But Be Virtual will be able to do that, and then they can just house in there to be reviewed if that's what I choose to do. The other way I could do this is send out a link that takes you directly to this all by itself without downloading it. So it does have a instant replay is what it'll do.
Yeah.
If I choose to do it that way. So yes, this Be Virtual platform can do recordings. There's a lot of times what I like to do, and this is just me because this is getting my geek on, is I will download this and then I'll add an intro and an outro and, and depending upon what's discussed, sometimes I'll edit it out as well. If there's a lot of when we used to have a group, we changed the name of the group. It used to be called the App Think Tank. And what I did with the App Think Tank is we had a lot of different topics. So I edited them down and put them very short into little snippets, pieces instead of full
Or like
sessions.
in my case, where I was talking about, something that's really not of interest to most people because it wasn't really about an app, but a business idea.
Right.
So,
but we do that
I
here
guess
too.
it's
We
not
talk business ideas too.
relevant.
So yeah, but no, when it's not quite as relevant, then I'll snip it out. But as long as we stay on topic of business and, we don't start talking about the weather, nothing wrong with the weather, but so, it's definitely something along those lines. But yes, with BeeKonnected, you can have your own group and you can make them public or private. So right now the 5G Go Zone is public because it's for everybody. It's a free group. But if you were to ever run a paid group or wanting something very private, you could. So let's say you wanted to have a private group with just your developers, much like a Slack, without it being Slack, you can host that on BeeKonnected. So BeeKonnected does have a lot to it, and that's why I am moving the platform over there, is because it's more for what my clients can also get with it and what our members can benefit. And once you set up your free account, I highly recommend going out and seeing if you can make connections with people that align with your business. And Luke, if you sign up for one, Tammy's going to need her own login, etc. So it's all free. That's not a problem. But yeah, each individual is going to need their own login for the group itself. And then you can set up a profile and people can find you, you can find them. So a lot of positives going. In fact, they're just getting ready to bring on a huge group that's going to help change the whole dynamics of this. So BeeKonnected is actually it's not social media, it's social business. It's all about business. It's okay to promote your business. It's okay to say, this is what we do. Who can we help? How can we help you? Right?
Yeah.
So that's the other reason why I moved over there. Facebook, I'm going to be posting on our Facebook group that it's moving over here. I just haven't done it yet. And the reason for that is Facebook's getting too restrictive. I've known too many people who have been either kicked off. There's a group that Kai and I belong to with AppSumo. And this one woman who is phenomenal, I don't know if you saw Tessa's post where she got kicked off of TikTok. And it's crazy. She and I are talking about her moving everything over to BeeKonnected. It's not that you want to give up the other platforms. This is an and. You still
Yeah.
need to be on LinkedIn. You still need to be on Facebook. You still, if Twitter's your thing, you still need to do Twitter. But it's not an or, it's an and, but it's where you can direct people to do business with you. So, and they have a
Yeah.
mobile app as well.
The other apps are kind of like, they're almost just too big, like
Yeah.
filled with ads and everything, and they lose the point of what they're made to create, basically.
Exactly. And you bring up a good point. BeeKonnected does not have paid ads. It's when you put something up there, it's not a matter like they have what they call the BuzzFeed, and they got this whole bee thing. That's their theme. And the BuzzFeed shows everything. You can scroll through and find everything. It doesn't say, okay, Kai, we're going to show you just stuff to do with meditation, and Luke, we're only going to show you stuff to do with finance. It's not like that. It's you see everything from everybody. So, and Mike, the gentleman who was in here in the beginning, I know he had to get going. His daughter's getting married this week, so he stopped in for just a few minutes. But he actually has a live show that he does in there, and his is all about growth and financial and law of attraction to be able to, generate wealth towards you. So it's just some really great stuff. I know we're coming up on the top of the hour here, and I always like to be mindful of our time together. Before I go, are there other questions that anybody has?
Not on my side.
Okay. Kai, how about you? Do you have anything else before you call it a night? Because I know you're over in Germany and it's getting late there.
It's fine. No, I don't at this point have any clear questions. I think you've responded in some helpful ways.
Good.
And yeah, it's just so much homework. I don't always have the time to chase up every single software. Even this BeeKonnected, I know you told me about it probably 2 weeks ago, and I haven't been able to check every single thing. And I think it's almost like you need to really have a list when you go through these software platforms as well. Check, okay, I need this, I need this, I need this. Does it do this? Does it do this? Does it do, because some of it does, then it doesn't. Or the pricing model, like, because now at the moment I'm checking out SuperPass, but I know that I have to pay another $200 to up for the to be able to have an app.
Right.
And then I still don't know what that app is going to look like. And I've kind of looked at the apps that they've made, and it looks really clunky. I don't think that, I don't like the design. So it's tricky.
It is. It definitely is. And I like your idea of having almost a spreadsheet of this one, does it do this, this, and this? And this one, does it do this? And what's your price point? And like I say, I'll send you Zenler's. I had good luck with them for a while, but like I said, I had things all over. And so that's why I had to pull it together. Plus, most of mine, I do have some courses, but most of mine are video replays. And it didn't make sense for me to have it on a big platform because of the video replays. So excellent. Well, then if you have questions, go into BeeKonnected, go into the 5G Go Zone, post your questions. I tend to throw in a lot of trivial stuff in there, different things, that we learn about apps, and people are asking questions in there. So definitely go in, check it all out, and then we'll reconvene again next month.
I just have one last thing too.
Oh yes, please, Luke.
I just want to thank Kai for sharing his idea about his app that he's working on too. So I just want to say it sounds like it's very powerful, meaningful, impactful, and I think we need more apps like that. So
Kai, I found your first
I think
user.
he's working on something really
I've been wanting
deep.
to launch this thing for 10 years. It better come out now, and it better start working, because I'm losing patience with myself.
Yep, I agree. You put it out there now, Kai. Now you got to bring it to life, because we got your first user right there.
Yeah,
That
and
would be cool.
I think it's almost bigger than you. You might be stopped by all this stuff and it's taken 10 years, but maybe you're the only one getting in the way of yourself. And there's so many people you could help with that app.
I didn't know it was going to be an app.
Wow.
I think now I understand that it can be how I can bring it together. And there's so much more after that, but
Yeah.
it's got, I need that basis to do the so much more I actually want to do.
Yeah.
And I think I have had to educate myself in so many things to understand how it all fits together. But you are right. It's me getting in the way. And
Yeah. But it sounds like a very, very good idea. So we need that in this world. So
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
yes.
So Kai, please lean on us and let us know how we can help you.
Yep.
Okay. Will do. I'll be back.
Excellent.
Well,
Excellent.
thank you, Nancy, for your time
Yes.
as well.
Thank you, guys. I'm glad you could make it today. And everybody go off and have an absolutely fabulous day.
As well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.